Hello guys, and this is TheRussianGenius, and this is going to be a tutorial on the piss off second deal, and I do have a tutorial on a different second deal if you want to check it out. The piss off second deal is where you are pissing over two cards at once, and then you take the bottom card and place it on the table. There are three different ways of taking the card. So for instance, once you're doing the move, then you can take the card in this position, in this grip, and then turn it over. Or if you want, then you can take the card down like this, so it's facing downwards, or you can take the card like this and then turn it over if you want to. I like to start off by getting a pinky break below the top two cards, because then it's easier, and also it will be easier to do the rest if you start off with a pinky break below the top two cards. And let me give you a quick overview of the move. You can do this with a break, or you can do this without having a break. So normally I like to start off by having a break below the top two cards and then doing the move, because then it's easier to do the rest, in my opinion, just like this, as you can see. But if you want to, then you can do this without a break. So as you can see, I have no breaks and then I am doing it, but I just find it much more difficult to start off without having a pinky break below the top two cards. Here's how you do it. Your thumb is going to push over the top two cards, and your thumb is pushing over the two cards, and the middle finger and ring finger, they are making sure that the third card does not move together with the top two cards. So here's what I mean. When you do the move, as you can see, sometimes you may have a block of 3 cards, sometimes you may have a block of 6 cards or 5 cards, and the middle finger and ring finger and also the pinky finger, they are making sure that only 2 cards are being outjogged to the side. This is difficult to learn, and it takes a lot of practice indeed. Now let's do this once again. You can have a break or you can not have a break. Let me explain this move without any breaks. Once you are pushing over a block of cards on top of the deck, then the ring finger and middle finger, they're making sure that you're only pushing 2 cards at once. And as you can see, here are 2 cards, here are 2 cards once again, and just like that. Once you have pushed over 2 cards as square as you can, then you're going to grip the card like this. These are 2 cards and they're almost squared up, and I'm going to grip the bottom card with my ring finger right here and my thumb right here at the bottom. Your middle finger is going to be on the short side of the deck, and your index finger is going to be right here around the center, where it feels comfortable for your hands. And now you're going to grip it. Your thumb is going to take the top card all the way down, and I am taking the bottom card, which is the second from the top. I am taking it to my side, and while I am turning the card over, then I'm getting ready for the next 2 cards, as you can see once again. Just like this. So let me explain this a little bit more. When I push the top 2 cards, as you can see, I have 2 cards right over here, and then I have also pushed the third card. So what I do is that I do the move just like that, and then I am able to get a pinky break below the top 2 cards and do it once again, and now I have a pinky break once again below the top 2 cards. This is difficult to explain. Let me try this one more time. Now the easy part, it should be pushing over the 2 cards with a pinky break or without a pinky break. The difficult part it is to get ready and push over the other 2 cards, and then, you know, push over the next 2 cards as well, just like that. As you can see, sometimes I do fail when doing this. Anyways, you need to practice on pushing over 2 cards at once, and that is the main thing you need to do, and that is the main thing you need to learn. Once you can push over 2 cards at once, then this move will be much easier than you expected. And as you can see, I'm pushing over 2 cards. Let me show this once again. I'm pushing over 2 cards right there, and I'm not having any breaks. So once again, I'm pushing over 2 cards, and right now the 3rd card is also pushed over. Let me show you this. This is the 3rd card, and I'm able to put my pinky inside the 3rd card. Oh, wait. Oi, привет. Alright, I am sorry for that. Anyways, what were we talking about? So, when you are doing the move, let me just do it and see if I can explain it once again. And as you can see, sometimes when I do it, let me see if I can get it right. Like right now, I'm doing this without a pinky break, but sometimes when I do it, this happens. So, as you can see, I have 2 cards right here, and then I also have outjogged the 3rd card. And if I flip it over, then it looks like this. The 3rd card is outjogged, and I can easily put my pinky on the 3rd card. And right now, my pinky, as you can see, is right here on the 3rd card. And when I take the 2nd card, then I'm quickly able to get the break and then do it once again, much cleaner if I want to. Also, whenever you do the move and the 3rd card is outjogged, and whenever you get a break below the 3rd card, so now I have a break below the top 2 cards. Whenever you have a break below the top 2 cards, then you can push off the top 2 cards very cleanly, and it looks like a single card. So that's really nice to do, and then you can do it much more cleanly whenever you have a break below the top 2 cards. Like right now, I am doing everything without breaks, I really am. And it may look bad from this angle, and all that I'm doing is I'm just pushing over 2 cards, and then I'm just taking the 2nd card. So just like that, 2 cards, and then I'm just taking the 2nd card, just like that. You can also do it like that if you want to, but I would not recommend it. Instead, when doing the move, try to make sure that the top 2 cards are as square as they possibly can be. Whether you are using a pinky break or not, try to make sure that the top 2 cards are as square as they can be. Also, let's talk about how you are taking the card with the other hand. The magician named Richard Turner. Last time I said that Richard Turner is a magician, then I got few comments saying that I should fuck myself. So Richard Turner is not a magician, alright? He is just a gambler and a flourisher, or whatever you call him, I don't know, alright? Now Richard Turner, the blind man Richard Turner, when he does the second deal, then he takes the card like this and turns it over. And I like it a lot, and the reason for why I like it, I am able to cover the move from a lot of angles. I'm able to cover it from the front, from the left side, and also from the right side. So if I do the move like this, then I'm able to cover it from all the angles. You can also take the card like this, and honestly, I do not like this. I hate it really bad. and I will tell you why in a moment. And also Alex Pandrea, I think his name is, he takes the card like this a lot, and it looks really bad, and I will tell you why in a moment. Here is why I hate this second deal the most, alright? And also this second deal does have a few problems, but you are able to get rid of those problems by practicing more on the move. So let's talk about Alex Pandrea, I think his name is, I don't remember. Alex Pandrea, he has released, I think it was $20 for a tutorial on the strike second deal, and as I remember it, I may be wrong, alright? I can be wrong. Alex Pandrea, he does this, so he uses this way of taking the card, and every time Alex Pandrea he does it, then he does it really fast, alright? So he does this. If you look at Alex Pandrea do the move, then he does this. I mean, he seems to take the card upwards. So normally I would try taking the card downwards and not flash the cards, but Alex Pandrea and other magicians as well, or flourisers or gamblers, they seem to take the cards upwards. And when they take the card upwards, then you are flashing that the card is not coming from the top. And that's why I would not recommend learning that variation of the push off second deal, and also because you can do this instead. You can do the strike second deal, and that is much easier to do, and you're not flashing as much. And you can also do this if you want to, right? And why I'm saying this is because a lot of people, they do it like this. And this is a waste of time, because then you can just do the strike second deal instead of doing it, you know, like this. Then you can just do the strike second deal, because that makes more sense and it's easier to do. Now, if you want to learn the push off second deal, which you probably have by now, maybe a little bit, then I would only use the push off second deal for this or for this, alright? So either way, you can do the Richard Turner's way of doing it, which I enjoy the most, or you can try doing this. And when doing this, don't take the card upwards, because there are magicians that take the cards upwards, you know, very tiny bit, and you can see the top card popping like this. So whatever you do, don't take the card upwards, always take it down. And when you take it down, then it looks something like that, as you can see. And yes. So anyways, that is my tutorial on the push off second deal. I really hope you enjoy this. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. So anyways, thank you really much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. It looks like this. So look, here's a coin, just like that, it becomes invisible. Now look, the coin is in my hand, it changes places.